Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for November 9th, 2024. We have, let's see, Mountain Shrine trashing as well as Forge, and got some draw, Lost City, Gear, and Sea Chart, Poet, to a lesser extent, Ironmonger. We've got a Way of the Mouse card is Stowaway. Well, that's interesting. That's kind of like having Way of the Squirrel, except not as good in some respects because it stays out. I mean, if there were like a hand size attack, but there's not. So, anyway, so we probably want to get a Mountain Shrine. Question is, what do we want to pair it with? Yeah, Kind Emperor, so we're going to be able to gain an action card to your hand. So like we could potentially use that to gain a Forge if we end up wanting one. I'm not sure if we will. Ironmonger Mountain Shrine seems pretty reasonable to me. We do end up taking 2 debt. I think that's okay. I don't know that I'm necessarily in a rush to turn on Kind Emperor, since it's like, about equally good for both sides. I guess in theory, at the beginning of the game, Poet does cycle about as well as Ironmonger. It just doesn't give quite as much value when you see Estate. Copper is basically the same. Either one of them sees Mountain Shrine. That doesn't do anything, so that doesn't matter. So I guess there's an argument there that like you might as well open Poet because the difference is pretty marginal. But then again, discarding the Estates is pretty nice, and with the debt, I think that actually has the potential to make a little bit of difference. So I think I will take the Ironmonger, but I think it's close and you could go either way. Okay, well, we could take a second Mountain Shrine here. I think that's actually pretty reasonable. Yeah, I'm down for that. Like, I don't think we're going to get something a lot better than that next turn. So, all right, really hope we don't bottom deck our Mountain Shrine. We did. Very uncalled for. And now we don't see an Estate. Oh, they bought a Lost City. That could help. All right. We could, in fact, get a Forge right now. I don't actually think we want one, though. We could use the terminal space from Lost City for sure. I kind of want a Falconer, though. Like, we can react Falconer to Gear, and that's it, which is a little bit annoying. Oh, well, Mountain Shrine, Poet. Okay. Yeah, just being able to spam. There's a lot of good 3 and 4 cost cards to gain here. Just being able to spam those with Falconer seems really nice to me. We do have to be able to afford the card in question, but I don't think that's going to be a big difficulty because if we have Terminal Collision, it's going to be because we're playing Mountain Shrine. That gives us 2 coins. So I'll go for the Falconer. All right, now we have Trash in Estate. Do we want to go ahead and take a Poet? Or do we want to take another Ironmonger? Ironmonger has the potential to give us plus actions, which is now relevant. So I think it's still Ironmonger. Oh, Mountain Shrine is ticking down the Kind Emperor. forgot. I always forget that Mountain Shrine is also an omen, even though it has this little icon. Right, so that's going to come up real soon. Well, they bought a Falconer. So if we take Poet, we get to activate Kind Emperor off of that, and we don't need plus actions to gain the card to our hand. So I think that sounds good. Oh, no. I don't think the order here matters. All right, this has got to be a Lost City, right? We got these two Mountain Shrines. We want to play them both. All right. We kind of need some plus buy at this point. I don't know that that's what I want to buy this turn, though. Like, we can gain that with Falconer, potentially. Could just take Lost City. Honestly, mine is not crazy. Take, like, if we, in terms of payload, right? What are we doing? I mean, mine helps us get palace points, if nothing else. And, like, we can get the draw card at start of turn, which is when we'd rather have it anyway. I kind of like the mine, to be honest. I mean, maybe 2 buys, like, is fewer than we're gonna want. Like, the other thing we could do is take another Falconer. We might run into a little bit of action difficulties there. I think I like the second. Like, the thing is, like, the extra money that mine is going to give us is not going to be helpful in the short term. So I think I like the second Falconer. All right, Lost City, Falconer for Nomads. Well, they got 3 Lost Cities? Wait. Oh, right. They gained 1 and then, yeah, okay. So, gain Lost City. That's the end of our deck already? Wow. I guess they drew us a bunch of cards, huh? Okay. Well. Alright. One of Falconer. I mean, I guess we can just. So we have. We get the 2 Nomads. We can't play them all. That's actually really annoying about the Ironmonger thing, is like we didn't get the actions that we needed. And we were gonna have, okay, we have 4 actions. I guess that's enough to play the 2 Falconers and the 2 Nomads. We can just not bother to play the Mountain Shrines this turn. We're 1 coin short of Triple Lost City. Is there something we can do about all that? How do I... Okay. So what if we play the Mountain Shrines, or at least one of them. Get 6 coins from that. We get to 8 coins or 7. We play... The problem is we can't Falcon... We have to Falcon... Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can really do about that. I don't think so. I think we just gotta go with this. Oh, I should have... Oh, I guess I'm allowed to undo that? Should... Oh, it's not like I'm going to get another Falconer anyway. Okay, it doesn't matter. I could gain... We could get a Nomads for 2. Still be at 12. That doesn't really help. I don't think we want to gain more Nomads right now. We might with the Falconers, but... Probably this should just be an Ironmonger. We're just trying to make sure we have actions in our deck. Yeah, this is annoying because we're only going to end up with 4 lost cities, I think. Which is not optimal. Oh! Hello. Falconer... They gain a Falconer, gain a Nomads. Wait, what? Why? What? Why did... Oh, okay. They gained the Falconer with Kind Emperor, and they were reacting to that. Okay, yes, I'm going to play this. Play it normally, and gain... Probably just another Ironmonger. I'm really surprised they didn't take another Lost City. I guess maybe they thought they needed the gains, but... I guess they can probably buy the last 2 Lost Cities anyway. Probably will. No, they buy Lost City Mountain Shrine. That's odd. Okay. I'm actually thinking about getting that mine, buying the Lost City. Get started on the stuff. Although, is there any way we have a pile out here? 1 Lost City, 3 Ironmongers, 6 Nomads. What if... So we could gain a Nomads directly. We could also gain a Falconer to gain a Nomads. That's kind of whatever. I think it's probably a little too far away. There's also Forge, right? We could, like, Forge Nomads to Nomads, which would give us money, right? Like, we would... Forge nomads to nomads gives us 4 coins in addition to lowering the nomads. As opposed to just taking nomads directly. We have 3 buys right now, plus the 2 gains from Falconer. That's 5 gains, plus the gain from Kind Emperor is 6 gains. We would need like 11 gains. Oh, they bought a province. Okay. Okay, that's never mind then. We probably just take the Lost City then, and oh no, sorry, the mine. We're gonna take the mine. Yeah. So much for getting actions out of these ironmongers, I guess. We also managed to end up with a card on top of our deck. How did that happen? Oh, that card is Falconer? Okay, so we could Falconer for something and draw it. We want to, or we could leave it on top so that we can react. Well, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got enough actions to play all this stuff, so I guess we can just do that. We could. How much money do we have right now? Assuming if we play the mountain shrines, we have 3, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So you could go double province. We could also aim to pick up a gold for palace points, but I think we can just put that off a little bit. Is it too risky to lower Lost Cities? I was talking about doing. So province Lost City would be 13. And then we go like, you just pick up some of the other non-terminal draw if we want. I'm really not sure what to do with this Falconer. That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, honestly, we could just take a silver, like aim to ultimately get more palace points. Palace points are not amazing, to be clear. I mean, if we buy Poet, we can react Falconer to gain something. Like if we use Falconer to gain a Poet, and then we play Poet, draw the other Falconer. I mean, I guess it could be C sharp, but whatever. I guess it's possible C chart's better at this point. So Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's just do Falconer for C chart. Play C chart. Nomads. Nomads. All right. 14, 18 for my province. 10 for my lost city. We're gonna have 6, and then we buy double C chart. No, we can't buy double C chart. We don't have the buys. So we're just gonna buy 1 C chart, which means we might as well trash a couple coppers. Maybe means we don't actually need lost city. But oh wait. Hold up. If we want to get, we need to poet to trigger the falconer. So we don't trash that. And we buy province. We buy poet. React that. Grab another C chart. Okay. Given that they just took an ironmonger, makes me a little bit more inclined to just grab a duchy. Make the pilot harder. All right, all they did was buy province. All they gained in nomads. Okay. So once again, we could gain a forge. The plan to forge nomads to nomads. And we get 4 nomads, 2 ironmongers, and a province. But we wouldn't necessarily need a province. Copper to gold gets us 3 points. And then we need 4 nomads, and 2 ironmongers, and an estate. We have 3 buys, 2 falconer gains again. That's 5. So we'd need forge, nomads to nomads, lowers by 1, and gets us some money. There's also forge poet to nomads, potentially. Oh, and also falconer for nomads gives us extra buys. Surely we can do that. Maybe it's easier to just take the nomads and not have to worry about the actions. Or take the ironmonger. To try to make sure we draw. Yeah. We've also got like Mountain Shrine trashing actions as a potential source of draw. So like, yeah, I think we take the ironmonger. Huh. I think we keep that. Not entirely clear. We do want this iron or this falconer, but I think we discard it for now. Play 1 poet. Nice. Discard that. Is poet better? I guess we want to play C chart now. We have a chance for it to draw something. We don't want to discard that because C chart can't draw it and Poet can't draw it. So, oh. Okay. We did discard a Falconer. We played all of our Lost Cities. 1, 2, 3. No. Which means the last card in our deck is Lost City. Which means we should just mount and try and trash the Poet. Or... Can it be correct? Trash the Nomads? I don't think so. One, two, three, four, five, six. So we need to take those Nomads. We're gonna have four buys, 5 buys. That is enough. Okay, so we don't need to play this Mountain Shrine. Oh shit. We can't, we have to, okay, we can buy a silver? Or maybe we just have enough money. Yeah, I just realized, I was like, oh, copper to gold. I can't do copper to gold. But I think we're gonna have enough money that it doesn't matter. Mine is actually worth fewer coins. But if we do silver to gold, we'll need to buy a silver and a state versus a province. But the Nomads are going to cost 6 coins and 10 coins. So we're going to have enough money either way. Right? I think. Wait. Maybe I'm wrong about all this. Maybe I miscounted. I mean, we can buy a province, right? So it doesn't matter. Yeah, I definitely incorrectly assessed what my deck was, what precisely my deck was capable of, but ultimately we did have enough to get there. I think, how many Ironmonger hits did we get here for actions? One that was not, one that was, so 1 of 2, 2 of 3, 2 of 4, 3 of 5. Okay. Well, that's not so bad. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if we had... Well, I guess having another action wouldn't have necessarily mattered, because it was the buys that was the limitation, not the money. So maybe that didn't actually matter anyway. Like, we didn't get to play the last Mountain Shrine, but whatever. Yeah, I think... Yeah, I just totally blanked out on how the Palace interaction was going to work, obviously, but... we did only end up with the 4 Lost Cities compared to their 6. How did that actually happen exactly? I mean, I don't necessarily think that's a huge problem. I'm curious. So turn 4, they bought a Lost City, which to my mind is a little early for that, honestly, but... And then I bought a Falconer, which I think that was good. I'm happy with that choice. All right, and then like no more Lost Cities were gained until turn 7 when we cut the Kind Emperor and I gained a Lost City. And then got another Falconer. Again, I'm happy with that choice. Having the second Falconer in the deck was good. So then they gain another one. They have 2. And then they buy 2 more. So they already have 4 at that point. So they're like threatening to win the split. And essentially, yeah, it's this turn where I was like 1 coin short of hitting, and it's basically because we didn't have the ability to activate this other Ironmonger is like the thing that made that tricky. But I think, yeah, I mean, which because they drew cards for us, so like there is a sense there where it's like, I don't know if the AI is thinking about it this way, but where there it's like, oh, you need actions, and you're going to actually make it harder for you by drawing you cards. Ultimately, there was enough draw here that you didn't really need Lost Cities in particular for draw, but the actions stuff is where it got, obviously got a little bit trickier, but it was still, obviously it still worked out. I do wonder here, like, so I did gate 2 more, and then it was 4-4, and then they gained a Falconer, and then bought a Lost City and a Province. And then, and then on this turn, I chose not to gain a Lost City, even though I could have, because, like, the piles were getting pretty low. And ultimately, that duchy did make a difference for me. So I think that was probably a correct decision, even though they weren't really threatening to pile in the end. But, like, if I didn't have this duchy and I had the Lost City instead, that wouldn't have enabled me to do anything useful. I would have just had to, like, I don't know, buy double Province or something. Maybe I could have hit triple. I guess I probably could have, although would that have even been safe? I don't know. So it's just as well that I took the duchy. So yeah, it worked out. Anyway, it's interesting to me that, like, it never seemed quite correct to take Forge. I think I wonder if there's like a sequence of draws or something where that would have been correct, because that would be a fun thing to do. It's potentially a pretty powerful effect if you could, like, if it made sense to, like, try to go for, like, Forge 2 nomads into Province, then you get, obviously you get the 4 coins as well. That's like a pretty powerful move. I guess the mine did not end up really working out. That maybe that's arguably, I mean, I didn't get the mine until it's like, when did I actually get it? Gained a Lost City, bought 2 Lost Cities. So turn 9, I gained, oh right, I gained that to my hand. And that was with 1 Lost City left in the pile. And yeah, no, that did actually make some sense. Maybe it should have been a Falconer instead. I guess that would be the argument, is like that Falconer is just better. Being able to have the extra pile pressure is better, and the palace points aren't significant enough, or it's going to take too long, as you could see, because you have to essentially, if you're not going to use Falconer to gain silver, or if you're not going to buy any treasures, you have to do 3 mine plays to do, like, copper, silver, silver, gold, copper, silver to get any palace points. So that is kind of slow. So yeah, I think that actually was probably the mistake that I made. Was I should have gone for another Falconer. I mean, to be fair, like, part of the reason I didn't want to get another Falconer is because I didn't want to trigger the reaction. So there is an argument against taking Falconer there. If I wasn't going to do that, like, maybe I should have just gone ahead and taken the Lost City and figured that they didn't have enough, like, pile pressure to end the game. But it's tricky with the Kind Emperor, because they can gain a Falconer, they can gain a Forge, or they can gain a Nomads, or whatever they need. So yeah, but yeah, I think this is maybe the most questionable decision right here. But in any case, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.